Hello, my name's Rachel Cross and I'm the main designer of the Creative Grids ruler range. The latest range of rulers that I've designed is a range of single strip rulers designed specifically for 2.5 inch wide strips of fabric, which you can actually cut with these rulers as well. But also available on the market are these lovely bundles of jelly rolls, which is a variety of pre-cut 2.5 inch wide strips. They're also available in 1.5 inch wide strips, which when sewn together work beautifully with these rulers as well. The range includes a 60-degree triangle, a 90-degree triangle, a 45-degree trapezoid and a 45-degree triangle. And it's the 45-degree triangle that I'm going to show you how to use today. The single strip rulers are printed in inches. On one side there is a 2.5 inch wide ruler for cutting strips, and on the other side are multiple triangles. On the reverse side of the ruler there is a unique opaque non-slip grip which stops the ruler from slipping and sliding when cutting. They are printed with fine black and white lines for use with light and dark fabrics. The final feature of the single strip ruler is this portion, which has a circular cutout area, enabling the rotary cutter to easily cut beyond the fabric and into the ruler area. Both a 28 and 45mm rotary cutter can be used with these rulers. Okay, firstly, sort your coordinating fabrics out, and light and dark fabrics. Just quickly like to show you how the non-slip works on the rulers. It enables you to move the ruler around until slight pressure is applied, and that's when the grip grips your fabric and enables accurate rotary cutting. So we want to cut 2.5 inch wide strips. So move the ruler across the fabric, and you can see now that the edge of the ruler lines up with the edge of the fabric like any normal ruler. And this side of the ruler you can press your hand across, ready to cut. So there we have 2.5 inch wide strips already cut. So keep the fabric on the rotary mat so that you don't move it, and then simply move the ruler around, and then now you can see all the triangles line up perfectly with the top edge of the fabric, and the base of the ruler lines up perfectly with the base of the strip there. So now we're ready to rotary cut these triangles out. So because you've paired your fabrics, you're actually going to cut 18 half square triangles with one positioning of the ruler. So this side of the ruler is not used now, but we just avoid these circular cutout areas that go along the ruler, because that's where your rotary cutter is going to go into. So we spread a hand across there and we're ready to rotary cut. And you can see that the rotary cutter goes neatly into the circular cutout area. And the final one at the end. And that's your wastage there and there. So once you remove the ruler, you've now got all your triangles all cut out, ready to sew together. So these can be taken straight to the sewing machine and sewn across the diagonal there. Just remove these. So you'll end up with a piece when sewn together like that one there. And you can create little squares like that one. The next thing you can do is to sew two strips together. So you've cut your 2.5 inch wide strips as before. Now you need to sew a 1/4 inch seam down either side to form a tube. So just as before, 2.5 inch wide strip, and then you simply lay the ruler on the top as you did, and all the tops of the triangles line up perfectly again, and the bottom of the ruler lines up perfectly with the edge of the fabric, and you can rotary cut these out as you did before. And this is what you'll end up with once those pieces have been cut out. You'll end up with a piece of fabric that's got a stitching line going along the bottom and a stitching line running along the top there. So what you'd need to do is to just unpick those few stitches, and when you've unpicked them, you'll be able to flip it open, and you've created a quarter square triangle like that one. And that's what you can create by doing those there. If you use the 45-degree strip ruler and the 90-degree strip ruler, you can make your own flying geese panels. And you just add your 45-degree triangles onto the 90-degree there, and you can create your flying geese panels like these there. Okay, I'd just like to show you how you can use these rulers and cut 1.5 inch wide strips. Just as before, it's a normal ruler on one side, so you just line your fabric up to the 1.5 inch line there, and then you'd simply rotary cut as you would before. So you've got two 1.5 inch wide strips. You'd simply sew these together along one side and then press them open. You've created a piece that looks like that. You can turn the ruler around and cut these out at this stage if you wanted to. So you can cut all of those out by rotary cutting as you did before. What you could also do is sew another pair of fabrics and then simply place them together and then sew down either side. Or you could even add a plain fabric and sew down either side to make a tube. So here you have your tube, and then you can lay your ruler on the top and rotary cut all of these out as before. They all line up perfectly. And what you will end up with, if you do it in the tube format, like so, you'll end up with a piece of fabric that's got the sewing line running across the top and the sewing line running across the bottom. So when you flip this one open, you've created 4 strips within the triangle there. And you can create a design like that one there. That's the stripes going that way, and another design. You could also add a plain on one side and add the 2 stripes together there, and we've created another one using that way. So there's the plain one and there's the stripy one. Okay, and that's how simple it is to use the 45-degree triangle. Each ruler shown today comes with step-by-step instructions. I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration today and that I've inspired you into your next project, and thank you very much for watching.